75.5-inch reach compared to 72. That is some distance. Now, the speed of Yagshimuradov could cause Albrektsson problems, but the strength is definitely going to be in King Karl's corner.
Tonight here at Footprint Center, Phoenix, Arizona, the time has come to conclude our prelims here at Bellator 268. We'll do it with 3 5-minute rounds in the light heavyweight division. Introducing first, the blue corner. At 5'11", weighing in 205.4 pounds. His professional record, 18 wins, 6 losses, 1 draw. Hailing from Turkmenistan, presenting Dovletdzhan Yagshimuradov. And across the cage, his adversary out of the red corner at 6'2", weighing in 204.1 pounds. As a professional, 12 victories, 3 defeats from Stockholm, Sweden, King Karl Albrektsson. And with my rings, the referee in charge, Jason Herzog.
Fight, ready. Fight, ready. Fight.
We often talk about record and resume. The 3 losses for Albrektsson. Phil Davis, Valentin Moldavsky, that was by decision. And Yuri Prochazka in Rising, and that was a fight he had won on a couple of occasions. That was a fun fight to watch too.
Now, his debut fight against Phil Davis here, he came in after training. He says, I don't even think Phil Davis remembers training with me. But it was in Sweden. He trained with him and felt that he was going to be able to out-wrestle Phil Davis. That was a mistake because it got him tired in the fight, and Phil Davis was able to take over. But he is continuing to grow as a fighter. And the best part about him is he stays within his lane. He knows where he's good. He knows where he's strong. Just like you're seeing right here, he is a very tough fighter to get out of what he does well.
See, you don't often see 3-4 inch height difference. Yagshimuradov, very solid 205 and only 5'11".
Well, just this clinch work right here, this takes all that speed and throws it to the side. He's got to be in that center of the cage, free of motion, to utilize the speed difference. Karl Albrектsson's taking that away.
All those things we talked about in the stand-up, about being very careful about moving left up, none of it matters if King Karl can keep him right here.
When you're in this clinch game right here, and this doesn't look like a whole lot for the average fan, but there's so much going on right here, and this is very, very tiring. It is so grueling to be in a good clinch match with someone that knows what they're doing, puts pressure on you, little weight shifts, changes. Nice elbow by Yagshimuradov on the exit.
It's very important for these guys at their age and stage. 28 as Albrektsson is 32 for Yagshimuradov. If you want to stay on the list at light heavyweight, we talked about the elite at the top as we head closer to the top of the hour in the semifinals of the light heavyweight Grand Prix. But how many elite level prospects are we talking about now who are at that 5-0, 5-1, 7-1, 8-1 stage at 205? So the time is now for these two guys.
Oh, absolutely. And you got the other guys coming up like we saw earlier in Sullivan Coleman. Yep. This division is just becoming more and more stacked.
Again, the crowd spoiled by all the finishes we've had so far tonight.
Nice change of levels. You saw Albrektsson having the arms up high, shot the hands down, but wasn't able to get his hands clasped together. That's the big difference. Tried to switch it to a single there. You see Yagshimuradov trying to control that arm, not allowing him to get his hands together. Now he's on the single.
This is one way to do it, to get him off his feet.
Well, you can see how much effort, how much energy is being expended in trying to get him off his feet, and nothing he's done to this point has gotten him close.
A lot of those are big shots, but again, control. Albrektsson.
Yeah, and you're seeing, you know, those knee strikes that you're seeing, those are all in that clinch position. But that's the little things that just start to wear your opponent down, starts to slow it down just a little bit. When your legs get kind of a little bit heavy and slow from the Charlie horses, it makes it to where now you're not that same guy, and now I can take advantage of it.
That's a good leg kick. Took Albrektsson off balance. Sticks the left in, and using that reach, using that length advantage. Yagshimuradov comes back off.
There's that right hand. You saw how fast it came. Yagshimuradov, he's going to throw that jab out there, but that right hand is explosive. Low kick is starting to find out.
Yeah, that's a couple of those very low leg kicks. Combination from Albrektsson. Let's go for that home run shot.
Second round, buddy ready. Buddy ready.
See that damage that came very late in the round.
Well, if you remember that nice elbow he landed on that exit, that had a little bit to do with that mark you're seeing on Albrektsson.
Those are heavy shots coming in low. Caught him big. Can Yagshimuradov recover? He is stunned. Can he fight his way out of it? Trying to crawl out of danger. Albrektsson pouring it on. Yagshimuradov staying safe for the moment, but Albrektsson drops him right back down to the ground.
This is where Albrektsson is very good, going right to the mount. He hurt Yagshimuradov in the stand-up. You see if Yagshimuradov can survive. This is a bad place to be with a lot of time on the clock.
That was a good job by Jason Herzog to let that go. Yagshimuradov was able to get his way out of it.
You saw how explosive Yagshimuradov is in getting those hips back. At least he's gotten out of the mount, building to a better position, and keeping Albrektsson from being able to do damage right now and let him recover.
A lot of time left to the round, but the veteran Yagshimuradov has calmed it down. Albrektsson was so strong in this spot.
Albrektsson right here, this is a great position for him to be in the half guard. He needs to just start taking his time, framing out, putting a hand towards the forehead, towards the face, towards the ear, and dropping elbows when he can, and then come up and land some big, heavy punches.
He's finished fights with that left elbow. Yagshimuradov trying to tie it up to prevent that, exactly that.
Nice job. To stop. You see that underhook that Yagshimuradov has, that's what's going to help him get to a standing position. You see him bracing up onto his elbow. He's doing all the things right to try to get there, and Albrektsson is doing the right things in stopping what he's doing. Beautiful job, now getting himself more towards a head and arm choke.
Wonder about the energy Albrektsson expended in the the immediate aftermath of really hurting Yagshimuradov. Thought he might have had it finished. Then you go through that 20 or 30 seconds and the fight's still going on. And you got to worry about your gas tank with a lot of time left in the round.
Yeah, but he's been able to control this position.
Yeah.
And this is him settling in, settling down, and just fighting the fight that he is meant to be in.
Hard to land strikes when you're on your back.
Big difference in that 4 of 7. See how many strikes, almost 30 strikes landed, but here comes the submission attempt. That was a nice heel hook attempt. At least it got Yagshimuradov back to his feet. Oh!
Knee. He got some of it. He pulls him into a guillotine. Out of the jump knee.
But he doesn't have it.
He doesn't.
He doesn't have the body position for it, and he is not tight enough right now. Albrektsson is just laying there. You see there's no pop out on the choke.
Well, 3rd and long. Yagshimuradov almost completed a long one there.
Well, he did. He pulled that one out and said, I'm going for it. That was a beautiful attempt with that jump knee.
Set it up. He was, rolling for the leg and rolling for, and all of a sudden, Albrektsson was in a defensive posture.
Albrektsson almost to the mount.
You got it.
Beautiful. And again, nice job by Yagshimuradov.
Again, rolling for it.
Can come up with the top position here at least. Big shot.
The suplex late in round 2. Not going to be enough to turn this round in his favor, but give Albrektsson some things to think about heading into round 3. Thought he had a real shot at that guillotine because he must have felt that knee land and had to be thinking, I got a shot here. That was impressive for Albrektsson to stay out of trouble the way he did.
Great job by the Bellator cut, man. Take a look at both guys. No blood. Both of them have been stopped. That's what cutmen will do. They will give you another round.
No wonder, you got to think Albrektsson is ahead. Yagshimuradov so dangerous, especially here in this stand-up.
Albrektsson doing a very good job with the pressure, though, making Yagshimuradov fight with his back towards the cage. Yagshimuradov should go back to that low calf kick that he's landed effectively throughout the fight. See, right there, you could see in that level change, the energy was different. He just doesn't have that speed and that explosiveness. Nice shot by Yagshimuradov.
A little short elbow from Albrektsson. Albrektsson in this position. We haven't seen Yagshimuradov and what he wants to do with it along the fence.
Nice job of bringing that kick up high. Nice job.
That was clean.
That was a clean shot. And it's really the pressure of Karl Albrektsson.
Yeah, keeps coming forward.
The pressure is starting to get to Yagshimuradov. He's getting tired based upon moving backwards and having someone continue to put that pressure where he doesn't have that chance to grab air.
And slower level changes now for Albrektsson. Put him in danger of a guillotine here a couple of times. But
outstanding.
Yeah, that's really good stuff. Yagshimuradov in a really tough spot here. Losing the fight now with halfway through round 3. He's in a bad spot. Defending here for Yagshimuradov is not going to be enough.
No, he's going to have to get himself out of this position, just like he did in the past, where he exploded at least to get him out of the mount, get him back to a half guard, start building that process of getting yourself back to your feet. Nice job again. He entwines the leg here. You see Karl Albrektsson stopping his ability to use that leg to control his. And that's what starts to break you down. Now Yagshimuradov had that big explosion. Nothing came of it. It did not work for him. He's back in the same position with less gas.
He's in a worse position now. You want to be a top 10 light heavyweight in Bellator, you got to earn it. He finds his energy.
Just incredibly explosive. That was a beautiful job of just exploding out of the mount.
Obviously trying to separate the hands.
Oh!
Yeah, a couple of those got through.
Guts.
Albertsson's taking some real shots in this fight.
Yes, he has.
See the numbers.
Big difference in those strike stats. A lot more shots, but a lot of those have come on the ground.
With the power shots, the spinning heel kick, and now he clipped him with the right. Albrektsson in some serious trouble here going into the final minute.
Yagshimuradov landing some huge shots right there. You saw the eye.
They rolled.
Karl Albrektsson, he's trying to gain and get himself stable right now. He took some big shots.
These two guys have done serious damage to each other in this fight. As deep and strong as this division is, both fighters have landed shots that would have won them fights against other guys.
You are so right. There was some big shots landed. Just think of the knee going back and those shots. Karl Albrektsson has shown that, man, you know, he is not a guy that you can just put down. What a chin.
Both of them. This is really high-level stuff, as we hoped and expected it would be. And fitting, we go down to the final seconds with one last exchange.
I love it.
Great stuff. I think you and I both tended to see it the same way with Albrektsson getting those first 2 rounds, but you just never know.
No, you don't. You could have been.
One guy who knows is Michael C. Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, having gone the distance, we'll go to your 3 judges at cage side. All 3, Michael Bell, Ron McCarthy, Sean Dallas Hall, have it exactly the same, 29-28. All have it for the winner by unanimous decision, King Karl Albrektsson.